Veteran has a story to tell, but no two are exactly alike, and that's why Chris Cravens has dedicated his life to getting to know those who have served and sharing their stories with the world.
Stories and the things that these guys accomplished and did at such a young age and then perished, I think is something that we need to keep alive.
Chris Cravens is a veteran and a storyteller. He led Marines in combat in both Iraq and Afghanistan. Along with fighting on the battlefield, he lost fellow troops, which led him to launch the 3C Foundation.
The Marines that I served with and that we lost, I only knew that individual until the day they had passed. And then I got back stateside, and then I'm meeting the mothers and I'm meeting the wives, and you're meeting their children. I could just move on with my life and not keep those guys on the forefront of the why and the how is a disservice to them.
By sharing their stories from their time in the service, Craven says he hopes to carry on their legacy and educate future generations.
Those stories of what they did and the heroism and the true servant leadership, and let people take that from those stories and apply it to their everyday lives.
While his 3C Foundation is focused on sharing those stories of sacrifice, his foundation also supports Gold Star families in a variety of ways, including building monuments honoring fallen soldiers.
I started contacting the Gold Star families and, say, hey, this is something I want to do. I want to do it to honor your son or your daughter or whatever the situation may be. And I think their excitement to know that, we're gonna ramp up the memories of those that you lost again, because I think they also felt that as time had gone on, the impact and severity and the importance of what their sons and daughter did had somewhat been lost.
Cravens also made it his mission to connect veterans with one another by hosting events like this one.
I harp so much on storytelling and in-person events because I think that's where the rubber meets the road with these guys. You're not going to learn anything about Corporal McGeeth or Chris Bordoni or Brandon Barrett that you can't read on a KIA forum. But if you come in here and you talk with me, or I can tell stories about things that we did in Camp Lejeune before we deployed, or how they were such a mentor without even being considered one, or actions that they took in combat and out of combat. I can't build that picture on a billboard, and I can't do it through a social media post. And that's why these live storytelling events are so important to the foundation.
Interesting guy, right?
Super interesting.
The 3C Foundation is going to hold its next event on October 9th at the Montgomery and Boathouse. For more information, you can visit our website anytime, fox19.com.